influence that he has in your life. There is a reason that you are more fruitful in a crowd, or more fruitful in private, more effective when you do this or that, where you are inclined to music or not inclined to it. All of these are little clues that God put in your DNA to guide you into your purpose and into your destiny. You're all up in everybody else's face, but you really need to be looking at you and finding out how you are wired, functioning in that, moving in it, flowing in it, investing in the area that you are instinctively created will make you so much more effective and so much more profitable. Let's take a look at some thoughts that I believe, tailored to the continuity of your situation, will make you far more effective and a whole lot less frustrated. Take a look. I got into some crazy stuff trying to figure this out. I ended up in some crazy jobs and some crazy careers with some crazy people trying to figure out who I was. Somebody say, finally, brethren. I'm 40 and I'm just now having a finally, brethren. I'm 52 and I'm just now having a finally, brethren. I'm 61 and I finally got a finally, brethren. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true. In other words, whatsoever things are core, whatsoever things are true, your truth. Finally, brethren, I have finally started thinking and investing and working from a true place. Took me a long time to find a true place. I had to cut away a lot of stuff to find a true place. Finally, brethren. My God. Something you can deliver. The very first thing that God says to me, very first thing, is to say, be fruitful. And we read it, we walk on. We don't realize that to be fruitful means that you have to discover your seed. He didn't ask him to produce a cow or a goat. You can only be fruitful according to the understanding of what is in your core. Okay? That's what you're going to be working from all of your life. And so the more we can help people to discover what's in their core, what they are instinctive about, what they were created to be, the more you'll see a change in how they end up. What are you thinking about you? What are you thinking about your house and your life? Could it be that your attitude is defeating your altitude? You can't change the house, and you can't change the kids, and you can't change the wife, and you can't change the husband, and you're wearing yourself out trying to change things that are not your purview. You can change your mind. The oddest thing, when the prodigal son changed his mind, it changed his life. It simply changed his life. Finding the purest thing alone does not bring about the transformation. The transformation cannot totally be complete through discovery. It has to go from discovery, we found the seed, to putting the seed in the dark place. The seed cannot germinate in the light. The only place where the seed can be transformed is if you have the faith and the courage to put it in the dark place. The dark place. We all have it. The dark place is the place where you swear you're gonna die. Where your heart is broken so bad you don't even care if you do. I don't care how rich you are. Please please hear this. I don't care what you drive or where you live or how talented or how gifted you might be. Sooner or later, before your promotion, before your elevation, before your success, before your consecration, before your renewal, before your celebration, before your victory, you must be willing to spend time in the dark place. There is a place in every person's life that is so dark. And you come to church and you sit here and you think nobody else in this building goes through what I go through. They don't understand, because for many of us, the dark place is not about the finances or the car or the house. It might be going on between your two ears. It's in your head. It's in your mind, or it's in your health, or it's in the fact that you can't get loved the way you need to be loved, or held the way you need to be held. And you're successful in every other area, but in the area where you feel like you need it most, you cannot find it. I'm trying to tell you that God always reserves a place to plant his seed. And that the seed will always germinate in the dark place. And I know you've been praying for God to remove the dark place. But you cannot be transformed without the dark place. The dark place changes your priorities, strips away the residue of your flesh. The dark place brings you to your knees, to a place of humility where you surrender because of the pain of your dark place. You listen when you wouldn't listen before, and you hear what you wouldn't hear before, because the dark place is so painful that it humbles your arrogance and brings you to submission and brings you down to your knees. You've been walking around in a dark place. You got dressed in a dark place. You drove to work in a dark place. You comb your hair in a dark place. You're all dressed up, but you're in a dark place. You spray cologne on it, but you're in a dark place. You put makeup on, but you're in a dark place. The people who work with you don't know that they're working with somebody who's in a dark place, and you're laying in the bed beside somebody who's in a dark place. How you doing? I'm fine. What do you want? Coffee. What did you cook? Eggs. All of your lines are being recited from a dark place, not because you don't have something, but because you do have something. God said there is too much in you to leave you on the shelf. I put you in the dark place so that I could bless you and show you your possibilities and your potential, and you cannot grow in the light. You can only develop when I plant you in a dark place. So I dug a hole and I threw you in it and I covered you up. Trust me, you're not gonna die.